it's me, Deb. And we're back with another sketchbook tour. A Strathmore mixed media. That's what I like to use. Anyway, how you doing? Also, if you've been here before, thanks for coming back. If you're new here, my name's Deb. I am a full-time artist. Most of what I do is design and create stationery and stickers and I do a lot of stationery and gift stuff that I sell myself directly to customers and wholesale out to stores across the US and Canada. So that's a little bit about me. That's why I'm drawing all the time. Also, if you've been here before and you're like, what is this? The Sketchbook Tour channel? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I actually put out other videos besides that on here, but sketchbook tours are so easy to film. I mean, it might take me 150 hours to fill this sucker, but it takes me 10 minutes to film it and maybe an hour or so to edit it. So that's like, it's like easy peasy, beautiful, clever girl. And that's why I'm putting out so many sketchbook tours lately. Actually, I haven't put out that many lately. And what I just said is a complete lie, but I'm planning on perhaps every other week putting out a sketchbook tour. This is stuff that's happening in my head that you know nothing about. Anyway, if you like the vibe here, if you like the vibe, subscribe. That's the new catchphrase. All right, I'll see you on the flip side of this. Enjoy! Hey, it's me doing the voiceover thing. Check out how artfully I filmed that view of a pile of sketchbooks. I mean, that was some Steven Spielberg level stuff, all right? So at the moment, I have 10 sketchbooks. So we're doing a tour of number 5 at this point. I'm on sketchbook number 9, and I know what you're thinking. Deb, how can you have 10 sketchbooks if you're only on number 9? There's a secret sketchbook. Don't tell anybody. It's the biggest disappointment of my life. I do actually plan on doing a sketchbook tour of it. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be bad. It'll be the worst sketchbook you've ever seen. Okay, the first page I really liked. I did that bunny ear cactus thing with Posca pens. The second page I hated. This one, oh, I like it, baby. This is like one of those, if you saw any previous sketchbook tours I did this thing that I kind of started, which I call toile sketching, which is like 18th century fabric patterns that were popular. And what I do is I would just kind of start on one corner of the page and just keep going. And sometimes I would go to like Google Images and just look up like a plant and hit the images and then just go down a rabbit hole of different images. And a lot of the things are from my imagination. Some of them are inspired by, you know, like old wallpaper. It could be a number of things. I like drawing like vintage kitchenware too. That's a fun thing for me. So I always see like Fran Menezes drawing things from in her ugly sketchbook from watching New York, and I decided for fun to try that last year. And I do like the girl with the orange and pink. I think that one turned out well. The rest were okay. This, I think that's like watercolor. Yeah, the red panda is definitely like watercolor. This capybara, I like the capybara, but I hate the texture of his fur. It looks like it's wet, and it makes me uncomfortable. But I do like the sad panda. This was me. I was looking at like stuff from middle school. For me, it would have been like popular grandma candies. I remember those pens where they had like a million different colors. I always tried to push all the colors down at once. You can't make it happen. I have yet to meet someone who could. And then just kind of doing some abstract fun art on the right page. Another capybara. Capybara? You know, the giant rodents with no enemies. I love this. This was a picture of a ferret I think I found on Pinterest or Instagram, and so it had like a little bucket hat on, so I just put that it was all dressed up with nowhere to go. This page on the left, I remember liking it until I added the line work in. The mushrooms are okay. I don't find them like particularly exciting, but I like how I use the light and dark orange and light and dark blue. This is probably one of my favorite spreads. The only problem with this cat is you're gonna notice the paws are a little too long, or the arms are too long. But these guinea pigs, you guys, and little hamsters and little guinea pigs. We used to have guinea pigs years ago, and they are just the funniest little animals. I think I found a picture of this one. I don't remember if it had the bow tie or the glasses, but I added one of the accoutrements. But that little black and white one looks like our old guinea pig Oreo, and they just always have that surprised look on their face. You almost can never catch them blinking. They're just in a constant state of shock and awe. I really like how these flowers turned out. These were done in Posca. The beetles were too. And that moth, I believe I want to say it was like Chinese Luna moth, but I could be wrong. So did it in Posca, then lined it with like a fine liner. This is just a couple of abstract watercolor pages. When I'm really kind of burnt out from doing detailed work and trying to get things to look a certain way and draw realistically, I like to just do something abstract. It's like it feels good on my brain, you know, instead of really concentrating. I did a thing on Instagram a while ago where I did a reel and said good art day, bad art day. And this is where I think I started that page or that reel. And this was one of the bad art days where everything is in the black and white. And one of the reasons was it really wasn't about the art that I turned out, which it wasn't my favorite, but where I did the Posca color bits here was the next day, and that was a good art day to me. The reason that it was good art day, bad art day was how I was feeling. And a couple of people, you know, I didn't really explain it when I did the reel. And like this page here, I called it good art day. It was because based on like my emotional state, like was I having fun when I made this, or was I miserable, and was it a struggle? And that other page, this was a bad art day, this one. The page where I first did it, where you see the black and white drawings, I think I'd had a mammogram that day, and it was not a fun one. Everything's fine, but it was just like, it's never fun to get a mammogram, but I've been getting them since I was 33, and it's always very tense because things show up and then things end up being fine, but it's a whole bunch of, okay, now we got to do more tests, and now it's incredibly stressful. And thank God everything's been fine every time, but all those scary little alarm bells are going off. This here I considered a good art day. This pattern thing at the bottom right, I was looking at these pictures of mushrooms that like underneath is like this cool pattern, like where the spores, or it's not a spore, it's like a spongy bottom. I forget what it's called, but anyway, I was basing it on that. This is another kind of a toile type page, except most of it I filled in with sparkles and stars. So I had fun with that one. The right page I considered a bad art day. I was just kind of doing some abstract, surreal kind of stream of conscious drawing stuff here. The right-hand page, I was looking at images of the Painted Mountain, which I believe is in China. It's basically like the rocks. It's like lines of different colors, and I'm not talking about Salvation Mountain. That's in California, but I'm talking about this other one where it's like naturally like striped. It's really cool. That frog in the middle is like from old 60s and 70s kitchenware, Neil the Frog. And I was watching a Lee Ellickson vlog. It was actually in her Patreon, and she was in like an antique store and saw it, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot about those things. So I had to like scribble that down. This was a Still Here, Still Life. And I struggled so hard, like I hated it when I made this. I don't dislike it now. I'm like, I feel pretty neutral about it. But it was all these like chunky ceramic things that were made to look like other things. So it was like a plate of eggs, but it was made out of ceramic. But it wasn't made to look ultra realistic. It was like very chunky. and it was hard to draw and not make it look like I was just trying to draw badly. It just like that, I was just trying to show what the actual ceramics look like. I just did these in some colored pencils, and the dog is B. Caruso's dog, Dougie Beans. That's kind of my caricature type drawing of him. He's a really cute dog, very expressive, and I love B. Caruso. She's probably one of my favorite YouTubers. This is just another colored pencil, and I think I did a lot of the line work for this while I was waiting in a doctor's office, and then did the pencil stuff at home. That's an Alphonse Mucus. I always want to say mucus. That's not it. It's called Nocturnal Slumber or something like that. For some reason, this tea kettle that I made with like flowers and stuff coming out of it irks me. Don't ask me why. It's like the way I drew it turned out in my mind too perfectly. Like it looks like I just took a stencil and like did that. And I don't know why that bothers me so much. I called this a bad art day. I remember I did that after like a pretty intense therapy session and just needed to doodle and clear my head, and it was a mess. So this landscape was one of the first ones I had done in a while, and I struggled with it, but I liked how it turned out. This next one on the left, love that as well. Was really pleased with it. On the right here, it looks too cartoonish for me. It wasn't what I was going for. I was drawing stuff from a Caro Aravello vlog. I think she was traveling, so there's like a plane wing and a mushroom on a log kind of thing. Those little mice, I love those. I actually used those for a card design recently. And the card says, no one would ever guess that we just hit a body. Because I was trying to think like what would be the opposite feeling of this image of like two cute little mice. And I thought like maybe they committed a crime, but they're looking really cute and innocent. You know what I mean? Catch my drift? This landscape here is probably one of my favorites. I just really loved how I was able to like get it to look like there was sun shining through the tippy tops of those trees. I was like, oh, chef's kiss, I think I got it. I think I did like gouache and colored pencil for that landscape, and I feel pretty neutral about it. Just some more doodling around with flowers and birds and things. I feel like you're just gonna see a lot of mushrooms, birds, flowers, that kind of thing. This is kind of a mishmash. We got a plant, Mothman, and other stuff. This was a card idea I messed around with Give It Up for the Cat Mom of the Year. But Grandma Turtle, I don't know what to do with Grandma Turtle, but she reappears every once in a while in my sketches. And I love her dearly. Yeah. And here's the last page, which was just, I was just trying to use up the last page to finish this sucker out. So, yeah, that's it. And keep in mind, I've got 5 more sketchbooks coming. So this is your sign to subscribe and hit the notification bell. There you have it. End of the sketchbook. What'd you think? Let's see. Did you have a favorite page? Did you have a favorite drawing? Did you think it was all junk? Let me know your thoughts. I'm so curious to know. Anyway, like I said, if you like what you see here, you can subscribe. If you don't like what you see here, please don't. I don't want you to have to suffer through any more of this. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Your likes, comments, all that kind of stuff mean a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. And I do read them, so, it warms my heart. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you feel inspired to go doodle and draw something yourself. All right, bye. Also, I got a question for everybody. It's a trend I've noticed, and I just need to know this. I just need to know what the heck is going on. Did I miss the memo? Okay, so I follow Fran Meneses, and you know, like in her vlogs, she's done this thing where she's got her camera set up. Pretend this is her phone, because I'm filming on my phone, so I can't do this. Instead of having a microphone, she talks into the phone as her mic. Like, okay, cool. Then I noticed everybody else in artsy vlog land started going like, hello, welcome to the vlog. I'm talking into my phone. Is this a new trend that I missed? What's going on here? I'm not saying that this is cooler. It's not. It's not cool for me to hold a giant heavy microphone while talking into a camera, and I have it plugged into my my phone. I can't make any sense today. Anyway, I just need to know if this is a trend that I missed. Am I supposed to be doing that? Is this what all the cool kids are doing? The whole, like, I'm talking into my phone, but I'm using my camera, not the camera mic, and not a other type of mic. Is any of this making sense? I don't know. Somebody tell me.